Hey guys, welcome back to the Questionable Scale Modeling channel. So I'm redoing a video I did a while back about making paint masks because I lost the audio on almost all of it. So we're gonna start over. So this is a silhouette pigskin mat. It's sticky on the top and you just stick stuff to it and scan it and then cut it out. That's the simple version. So here's what we're going to do. This is the decal that goes on the helmet of a race car that I've already completed, but that's only half the decal. The other half, it was two separate decals, one for one side and one for the other, and the other side was completely lost. It was disintegrated. This decal, I managed to keep it wet enough to reposition it on the decal paper so I could save it. So then what I did is I went to my copy machine, my copier, and I made sorry about that. I made a photocopy of the decal, and to help with the scanning feature, I actually made the photo as dark as I could because when you're scanning into the software, the tracing pattern, the tracing feature that you have to use on this to get it to cut really likes as dark a line as possible, and as it can't be fuzzy. It's got to be the best line possible. So I've already done this with this, so that should be pretty easy. So we're just going to stick it on the map, on the mat, just like that. And then now we're going to change cameras, and we're going to put it on the flatbed scanner. Okay, so here we are at my printer, and I don't think I showed this in the last video, but why not? So the printer also has a flatbed scanner, which is nice. So we're just going to take our mat, and there's our little paint mask we're going to make, and we're just going to set it on top of the scanner, like so. And now I have to go into the program and do the actual scanning and everything else. So I'm actually going to cut off this one early because there's nothing else to see. I just wanted to show you how I'm putting it in the printer to scan it. So now we're going to try this, try again at recording my computer screen, and hopefully I don't lose my audio. Okay, so here we are at my computer, and we have the Silhouette Studio 5 software, because I'm using a Silhouette Cameo, which is the bigger version, almost too big for what we do, but why not? So we're going to go into Design, and we want our pigskin matte, and we're going to choose Flatbed Import from Scanner, and we'll pick our printer, import scan. So just got to wait for the copier to do its thing. And there we go. So we don't need color. We just want black and white. And we want just the quality. I think that's, for our purposes, I think this will be okay. Come on. There we go. All right. Scan. And there's our decal. So we're going to zoom in, center this a little bit better. Now, what we're going to do is I got to figure one thing out, so I'm going to stop recording and figure something out so I'm not sitting here dragging things on. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to go into the trace program. We're going to select trace area. And look at that. It's already got it highlighted. And we're going to trace and detach. And then I got one more thing I got to figure out, so give me 1 second. Okay, so here's our traced image. So we're going to come over here to this little star, which is the replicate panel. It was somewhere else the last time I used this, but the update moved everything over here, so I had to figure out what happened. So we want to mirror this image on the trace program to the left. Oh, I guess it would help if I select it first. Come on. There we go. Now. And voila, there we go. Now we have both sides of the helmet. So now we can close that. We can actually send it to the cutter. And over here, we're going to cut our... Oh, all right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go turn on my Cameo because until I do, this won't do anything. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our Cameo Plus plugged in and ready to go. It has a nice little ready thing there. I have this set on washi sheets. It's the closest setting to Tamiya tape. Although I am not using Tamiya tape, since I've already done this a couple of times, I'm actually just using blue painter's tape because why waste a little bit more Tamiya tape just for another demonstration, but you'll get the idea. So it'll automatically do all the force, the passes, all that stuff. I don't have to do anything else other than hit send. But I'm going to pause it, change it to an outside camera so you can actually see it do its thing. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my Cameo Plus. Like I said, it's a little big for what we usually do because it will actually do 15 inches wide on the media, where the 12-inch is more than enough. So you just never know. Anyway, so here's my pick scan mat. It's basically the same mat that I scanned the little decal on. And very important to note that all these squares and dots that you see all the way around this mat is scanned along with the image. So this knows exactly where this image is based on its relation to all these little dots. So when you remove your mask or your decal that you're trying to make a paint mask with, make sure your tape is exactly in the same spot because it will be very precise. I've learned it might be about 1 millimeter off, but I haven't figured that part out yet. So now all we got to do is hit send and it will do its thing. Oh, another thing to note is uh, do not have anything directly behind your Cameo. Or if it's a Cricut, same thing, because this going to suck this page up all the way into it. And if it's sitting on a wall or something, it's going to mess the whole thing up. It's got to have free range of motion. Free range of motion. So let's do it. So that is done. So we will put this up, put the cover back on it. I like to keep mine completely covered so it doesn't build up dust. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Iowa cover back on it that my wife made me. And of course, it's going the wrong direction. Come on, Nick. I like to keep it dust free just in case it messes with something. And then go ahead and unplug it and push it back up against the wall where I had it. Now we're going to take a look at our paint mask that we made. Okay, so this blue tape's a little hard to see. I've got a little extraction tool here. Now let's see if it just pulls up and out. Oh, it did not, so hang on. I guess what we could do it this way. Grab some tweezers. Put that right there. You kind of have to be very careful pulling this stuff off. I think to me it took waterboard to little better, but that's okay. I think we're gonna lose a piece. And let's try this again. Anyway, that's what. You know, these little squares, all these things out of them. Well, that didn't come out. Yeah, to me, it definitely works better than this. But you will get the understanding and how this works. And then somewhere in here, there's some little tiny dots. Kind of hard to see in this blue tape. And one of them. There's another one. So you kind of get so here is the one that I made a few weeks ago. And as you can see, it is a perfect paint mask. However, after doing this and doing the helmet, I will say in hindsight, what I should have done was taken all these the smaller inset pieces and stuck those to the helmet and painted the white or painted the blue first and then masked off the squares or these shapes and then painted the white because wrapping this tape around that helmet was very difficult. So anyway, that is how you can make a paint mask from a decal sheet without too much trouble. You just gotta have to go buy a silhouette cutter or, if you prefer, a Cricut. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave me a comment. Thank you.